No Stalker Patti today, huh?
The fuck?
Maybe we could get her in tomorrow. Well, we could try, because we got to do the My Generation thing.
No, I want to at least hear a little bit of it. Hear a piece of it.
Ron and Fez encouraged her to do a mock show. She kind of did a little bit on our show, but now...
yeah, she came up with the name.
My Generation with Stalker Patti, and then Ron and Fez took the ball and ran with it, and they got Black Girl to produce an actual show.
Yeah.
And we got some, highlights from the show. We want to...
Highlights?
Or lowlights.
We call the highlights.
And we want to give her a review to her face, but she's not calling or stopping by, so I don't know what to tell you. Want to play the first break to just get everybody...
please.
Maybe interested in this whole thing?
I want to hear this.
I hope I die before I get old.
Good evening, this is Stalker Patti.
Oh, wow. Damn it, the voice goes right through you.
Oh, my God.
How does that...
That was like a chainsaw.
That voice is on a register, like... right below taking your nails to a chalkboard.
Talking about my generation.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Patti could have the worst radio voice.
That is bad.
I understand this is a little hacky.
Really bad.
I'm going to acknowledge this is a little hacky. But I challenge people to have a worse voice out there.
No, that's
and you
natural.
Can't do the fake.
Yeah.
You can't do the fake voice.
Natural
that's
voice.
Her natural voice, and there's something about it goes right through you.
Maybe we didn't give it enough time. That might not have been as annoying as we think.
Oh, a good evening. By the way, did we kind of explain that her show is about the 60s?
More than 6 weeks.
Yeah. 70s,
Since she
I guess.
died in Florida, and we have been waiting
breaking news.
from the medical examiner to hear what he has to say, what may
Waiting
have
for
killed
Anna
Anna
Nicole.
Nicole Smith.
Side of a
And we are
pussy
expecting
ass.
that to happen in about 20 minutes from now.
Go fuck yourself then.
20 minutes.
Waiting 20 minutes.
Cares.
All right, here's Stalker Patti. The big intro to her show, My Generation.
Good evening, this is Stalker Patti at XM202, bringing to you music from my youth, my generation, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I will. Okay. One of my favorite bands, I'm going to be discussing a lot of my favorite music and playing some of my favorite stuff for you to hear and treat your ears to. And it's going to be really cool. It's going to be the coolest hour in radio. I'm going to beat the 60s channel. Okay. Now, we're going into the
This is great. Okay. It's going to be the coolest radio.
She's going to beat the 60s channel. Jocks that have been doing it, I don't know, since the 60s.
Yeah.
She's going to beat those guys.
Is she going to beat Flash Phelps?
With such winners as... Okay.
Okay. She doesn't know what to say, and she just, okay.
That's called a crutch in the business.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. What?
That's a crutch?
Yeah. We all have them.
And for me, it's age jokes.
For me, it's saying the reality is.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, is that it?
To the dopes on the message boards that think they got one on me. Trust me,
You'll have a
you
few.
don't.
I say, all right.
Yeah, that's Anthony's. Absolutely.
All right.
Oh, well, absolutely is one of mine, too.
Mm-hmm.
I say, well, just tuck it back. I won't look. That's tranny joke, not a crutch.
Patty's show will be premiering this very show that we're listening to Saturday as part of the Razzle Dazzle Variety Hour.
Razzle Dazzle. Good evening.
Oh, I thought she did it already.
So we're kind of ruining this for her? Oh.
Nah, people.
Now, we're going into the Byrds, a very favorite band of mine and one of my favorite songs of all time, Enjoy.
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 God.
Why didn't she say what it was?
Didn't she say this is the most exciting hour on radio? I think she said pretty much ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right now, she's making our YouTube interview look like Apocalypse Now.
By the way, you know how much it hurts to have to read the instant feedback from Chicago because they're an hour behind the show?
Oh, no.
Oh, they just had a lot of comments about our YouTube fucking interview.
We should have taped it and put it on YouTube.
Yeah, it would get a million
Punish them.
views. No, it would get a million views. That's the type of thing they like over there. I would rather eat from Anna Nicole's festering boil than listen to Patty's voice.
Wow.
Want to hear a little more?
Please.
We really need her on the phone, but here's her second break.
Roger McGuinn, one of the most talented...
Hold on, by the way, please tell me that she's doing the show live this week. No.
This is...
No.
She's just taping? Oh,
No. See, that's... Whose idea was that?
Why would you tape
Why
it?
would you have a taped version of the show?
Why would you have... Because it would be...
No.
As polished as she could be is what it is.
Yeah, no.
You mean people should be able to call up, too, and request it?
No.
Right.
They want to hear the train wreck live. See, there's a beauty to listening to something live because you don't know where it's going to go wrong.
I believe she was told to go make a demo or something, and this is her demo.
This is the demo, and this is fine, but she's got to be live, have a playlist, and talk about whatever.
No, she's got to do it live, Danny.
All right, because currently the grid for the weekend doesn't allow for that hour to be live, but
that'll take a month for
yeah,
them
I
to
know.
reconfigure that shit.
But maybe there's something I can figure out.
Well,
I'll get with Don about it.
Monday. It's fucking Monday. We're
know.
talking Saturday.
Tell those niggas to get grid fixing.
God damn it. Let me ask them a question. Why can't we have this done by Saturday? Come on.
Well, we can. I'll need to cut down the weekend show to.
What's the weekend show?
This week we got Laszlo coming up, so I'd have to squeeze him down to a 2-hour and give Patty 1 hour, which I could do. It's not a problem.
Well, it will be a problem in Laszlo's world.
Well, how does that work?
Because there you have a block of live programming that's 3 hours, so that's already happened. The computer allows that.
Can't they fucking redo something?
Remember when we did the press conference for XM? We're like, yeah, man, it's so cool that, I don't know, maybe we feel like just jumping on the air and we could jump on. It's a whole process.
Why didn't they tell us that when we were being assholes and saying, we might just jump on fucking at night if we're hanging out?
For example, when Ron and Fez go off the air at 3, let's say we want to go on at 4.
Yeah.
Can't do it. It's impossible to do it, right? Impossible.
Yeah, not without a heads up.
You can't just turn on the mics and there we
and cut into the programming.
Go.
Why is that? It takes 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
2 fucking weeks. You're shitting me.
No.
Why?
Computers.
Yeah.
But the computers is not an answer.
Satellites.
You also can't run a live show over midnight because they haven't figured out that pesky midnight situation because it's 12 again.
It can't cross over the threshold of
No
midnight?
programming can go
because the day changes
through 12.
Are you fucking shitting me?
No. And we've been here almost, heading on 3 years.
What kind of technology
They
is
still
this?
can't figure this out.
It's Monday. Someone tell them niggas to get grid fixing.
Get grid
I
fixing.
heard the first time and I laughed, you ass.
I'm saying for real.
I heard it the first time.
Someone.
And your mic's
For
up.
real.
Why ain't them niggas fixing grids?
For real.
All right, can we...
I don't get it. 2 weeks. How do you know fucking 2
the
weeks?
Stalker Patti thing has to be live. That would be the reason to tune that in.
Right.
Because she's going to fuck up, and she's got to start over, and it's going to be a whole thing.
Well, if that's the case, she could do it on the 14th, and I will bump Francine and give Patty a show.
Yeah, get rid of Francine.
Done.
And she'll have a great lead in the San and Sam show, so it'll be great.
Oh, nice plug. Look at that.
Wait, who's leading it to who?
We're leading into her.
Oh.
So Patty's the headliner.
You're the John and Jeff.
We've like to think of ourselves as that. Thank you.
Great.
John and Jeff.
All right. Yeah, when the time changes for real, I think XM shuts down.
Yeah.
Because they did the time thing like 3 weeks early this year.
Yeah.
That's going to fuck up their world.
What the fuck is like, I don't understand it.
I don't either.
How could they not figure that out?
They just make it harder and harder to do a radio show.
Right now, Elo is sitting with his pants rolled up, and rats are nibbling on his toes.
Yeah.
Down that stupid compound.
Yeah. The rats can get the programming anytime they want.
Why does our Sky-Fi say 916?
They can't figure it out.
This one they can't figure out? Or everybody in Radio Land can't figure it out?
This one, everyone.
So everyone right now looking
at... So my Sky-Fi is an hour behind? I never noticed that. Yes?
As far as I know.
They can't figure that shit out. As far as I know. The time. I thought it was just a unit in studio here. Because we got a little Sky-Fi so we can see what they do in the pad data. They can't even figure out how to change the time on this thing. Oh, I can't wait for the big offer. What? Did I say what? What?
Are you kidding me?
What big offer?
It's easy. The satellites are up there. It's not like you got to go visit them.
Nothing.
They could do all this shit from the ground. And then live programming. Let's just say, why can't they turn off the recorded programming? Configure whatever they have to exactly like it is right now. So when we talk into the mics, it comes out of the people's speakers at home, and do that in less than 2 weeks. I can't understand that.
Like there's just some big switch that's in A and they need to put it to B.
Stan, I am not that simple. I am not being a simpleton when it comes to this. But I'm saying there should be a way to shut the recorded music off or recorded programming or whatever it is. Just shut it off and have us talk and yeah, exactly. And hit whatever switches, buttons, thingamabobs they need to put it into the configuration that it is during the week. How could that take 2 weeks to do?
I'll tell you why.
I'm not going to.
Jimmy?
Because none of them niggas
I heard the first time, and I laughed.
Bridge, man.
Listen to the replay. I gave you a really good laugh on that one. Jesus. By the way, this just in. Father Time is suing XM.
Oh, no.
And that's why they don't want to fuck with Father Time, and they'll just keep their own little time thing going.
We're not going to comment on that, though. We just want to say the community here is great. We are having a great time. Oh, my God.
I have breaking news from Don Wicklin. There's an email he sent me. It says, we can reprogram anything.
Oh, I thought the breaking news was he was finally admitting that he's gay.
Oh.
Why would that be breaking news?
That's a married man.
You tell me the time, I can reprogram the channel to accommodate whatever you need. So
okay.
And why was Sam the only one laughing at that?
At 4 o'clock today.
I can't hear. I got no phones.
No, you were laughing.
I got no headphones.
You laughed at the gay joke. You enjoyed the gay joke.
Huh?
Hey, man, I'm just following Elo's lead. He was the one
something E-Rock said. What? E-Rock was jumping out of your joke, and I started laughing.
You laughed at E-Rock over me? What could he have possibly said?
What'd you say?
What did E-Rock say that was funnier than...
I don't know. E-Rock, what was it?
See, Sam just doesn't want to get fired. I understand, Sam. I was in your position once.
I still don't know what you're talking about.
No, Sam's a liar.
I got it.
Me?
Sam's a liar.
I got it. I understand.
So he could do anything. So that this Saturday, Laszlo can do his 3-hour show. Laszlo can do his show, and Patty can do her show.
Well, if the email from Donna is accurate, then I'm gonna try and see what I could do. I would like for Patty to do, let's say, 8 o'clock Saturday, and then Laszlo could still do his 9 to 12.
Look, right. I got a statement to make. If XM can't figure out what the right time is, I really think we might need to leave.
It could be a problem.
I think we might need to leave.
What time does
and
that
go
say?
somewhere where they, I don't know what the right time is. Because everyone's checking in now, going, yeah, my unit's an hour behind. I got to actually set my MiFi to 5 a.m. so I don't miss the show, even though you guys start at 6 a.m.
Oh, shit.
But when you guys start, it says 5 a.m. on my MiFi.
Wow, we're getting up early.
Yeah. Fuck.
That's hysterical. They can't set the clocks. What the fuck? Is there Did they realize that they put the set clock buttons on the satellites, and they have to go up there with a spaceship and press the button like you do your alarm clock at home?
All right, you got to get a little.
Tick. Oh shit! I went past.
They got to go up there with a little pen to push in
in the button.
That thing that looks like a whole button thing.
Oh, that is something.
All right, let's go back to Stalker Patti. What happened?
You know what the problem is?
I heard you already.
Ain't none of them niggas do no time setting.
Time setting.
I told them niggas fix the clock.
Oh, it's something about the grid.
What grid?
The grid.
We heard about the grid.
Oh, them niggas ain't do no grid fix.
Grid fixing.
All right, let's get back to Stalker Patti. This is break 2. Now this doesn't matter because we want the show live. Cancel Stalker Patti. Get her instead of Francine, and then we'll reschedule Francine.
Not a problem.
Roger McGuinn, one of the most talented performers of the 60s. He took that song from Bob Dylan, who had recorded it about 2 or 3 years before and put in...
Why is he the most talented person if he basically took someone else's song and re-recorded it?
Most talented person.
And can I point out the way that fucking phony came in with... like she was just drinking in the deliciousness of that thought and song. She should be saying Bonacer.
Bonacer.
By the way, Spilt Fuck from North Carolina, here's an idea. Can you get an XM tech in or on the phone to explain this techie stuff? No, we can't. They're too busy fighting the rats.
Right.
They got a war against the rats.
It's a battle going on in there.
I wonder how many dead on both sides at this point.
It's like level 1 of EverQuest. That's all you do is fight rats.
Yeah.
That's what it is. 2 damage, 2 damage. They have swords up there.
They're battling
2
rats.
damage.
I wonder how they battle the rats. They don't want to talk about it. Just kind of like the YouTube people. They don't want to acknowledge that the whole compound is infested with rats.
Rats.
To the point where it could shut off your service.
They could chew through a few wires.
But ixnay on that.
Yeah.
And someone mentioned to us off the subject, if someone could send us a copy of the email that went out, they said we weren't mentioned at all in it. Like,
yeah. Supposedly they did a little merger email and we weren't mentioned.
But then was any talent mentioned or no?
We didn't mention it on the show because we're still trying to get to the bottom of that.
So if anyone has that email, if you could send it.
Yeah, that'd be nice. All right, here's more Stalker Patti.
Took that song from Bob Dylan, who had recorded it about 2 or 3 years before and put an acoustical version on his album. They just took the song and they added a little bit of electric to it, and it came out with this outstanding hit. And now we're going to move on to another favorite band of mine, which was the Monkees. I used to watch their show every Monday night at 7:30 to 8 o'clock. I even remember the exact time and the exact day of the week, which was on a Monday. I never missed an episode of the Monkees. And
of course she remembers all that stuff.
Oh my God.
Wow. That part of our brain where we used to remember that stuff is now filled up with like sex dreams and the time we got laid for the first time and right, exactly. Promotions.
Her sex bank is empty and it's still filled with Davy Jones mullet thoughts.
I remember watching the Monkees. That's great. You might remember it as Good Times.
Oh, God.
Favorite song by them is Daily Nightly.
What?
On XM 202.
Oh, she had a dramatic little intro there. Wow. All right. Yeah, here it is. Ryan from Minnesota. I got a letter from XM about the merger, and you guys weren't mentioned either.
No?
No.
I guess we're out.
XM email. I got a snail mail letter from them about the merger, and they didn't mention you. They mentioned Oprah and Major League Baseball, though.
You're out, Tom.
That's fine. We'll just freaking do it for the other fucking company. That's fine with us. Here's more Stalker Patti, my generation.
Why don't they mention it?
Oh, and that's
upsetting the new boss. What the fuck is that? It's irritating.
We're one of the most listened to channels on all of XM, and, you know, it's like pulling teeth to actually get some acknowledgement.
Since day one,
right.
Don't mention that.
You have so many listeners, we're trying to chase them away with programming like Patty's.
Do you know that I've been told that it's very close, but they truly think we have more listeners than Howard on satellite radio alone.
Yeah.
But not a mention. No respect whatsoever.
My Generation with Stalker Patti on XM 202. And this interesting fact about Mickey Dolenz, the lead singer to the Daily Nightly, is that in the 1950s he was in a television show called Circus Boy, which was not too many people remember, but it was a short-lived series.
But I do, because...
I do. I wasn't doing anything.
I haven't done anything with my life in the last 3 decades.
I had just left the Foundling Center when I watched an episode of Circus Boy with Mickey Dolenz.
While my friends were getting pounded.
My friends were all having sexual intercourse. But I was watching where the monkeys were going to go. Oh, she awful.
All her friends were like having fun and getting laid, and she was being molested under an Afghan with fucking the monkeys showing. She didn't even watch it. It was her face was sideways on the bed while balls were slapped on her cheek, and that's what happened to Beyond in the next room.
You think she's got some of that in her?
She has to. If she doesn't, she should.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
She's got to. In her past... with those fucking, like, strict religious foster families that she was living with.
Awful. Yeah.
They're all fucked up. Right. Made her touch it and kiss it.
Yeah. Stepfather would feed her yogurt through his hug.
Well, she watched Circus Boy.
Which was not too many people remember, but it was a short-lived series in the 1950s. And as for Brian Jones, he played the dulcimer in that song, and this guy was so talented he played 11 instruments. He had his formal musical training in his youth when he was a child.
In his youth when he was a child.
Another favorite song of mine is by John Sebastian of the Lovin' Spoonful. And here we go, XM 202.
Trying to be sexy.
Do you believe in magic? Da, 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 da.
Jesus Christ. Well, I thought she was going to do, like, more talking about the 60s. Like, all she's doing, she's being a bad music jock. She's just, like, talking about the songs and the musicians, but not talking about, like, you know, Woodstock Man and the San Francisco scene and the Summer of Love.
That's how she sold it with us.
Yeah, that it was going to be like a talk show, but she was going to have some music in there. But this is just, you know, her singing songs and talking about little factoids about the artists. No, unacceptable.
All right. You want to hear more of this, or you want to move on
Please.
to something else?
No, I'm fascinated now.
A little more, yeah.
I want to see if she does say anything about anything else.
My Generation with Stalker Patti on XM 202. That was Incense and Peppermints by the Strawberry Alarm Clock, a New York-based band. And we're going to be introducing Velvet Underground, who was very popular out on the West Coast. Sweet Jane.
Okay? She just sang songs.
Now we got to get it into something. That creepy corner is making his way to the microphone.
All right, well, that sucked. To hear the Opie and Anthony Show 5 days a week live on satellite radio, online on your phone or tablet, or even on demand, go to SiriusXM.com. Also, interact with the Opie and Anthony Show on Twitter, @Opie Radio, @Anthony Cumia, and @Jim Norton.